we have three 3-minute rounds of Atomweight Muay Thai. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, training out of Thai Muay Free Fighters. Representing Chile, Miss Scarface, Francisca Vera. And introducing our opponent, fighting out of the red corner, training out of Tiger Muay Thai, with a fight record of 27 wins and 3 losses, a 90% win rate. Representing Myanmar, the Chilean Vero.
Okay, guys, you both on it, down the road. Listen to me at all times, protect yourselves at all times. You want to touch gloves? Touch gloves now, let's go.
Referee saw charge of the action here. This is the place for dreams to come true. Get that life-changing invitation to the big leagues. Highly anticipated debut for Vero as she squares off against Francisca Vera.
Vero looking to put the pressure on with her jab right off the bat. Vero light, loose footwork, that boxing influence, you can see it in her style. Countering the kick there nicely.
Big body kick there from Vero. Catching the kick now, Vero. Hands of Vero locked and loaded, but that was a nice stiff jab there from Vero. Just breaking that balance there briefly of Vero. Oh, nice combination. Follow up with the elbow there from Vero. She starts to come alive.
Francisca Vera told us that she wants to play on the outside first, establish some range with the kicks and the jab, but moving into the clinch quickly where she thought she could be dominant. Vero, though, looking great there, defensive in the clinch, pushing the head away, and a nice shot to the body, that left hand, stinging the rib cage of Francisca Vera.
Sharp technique there from Vero. Vero, though, connecting also nice with the high on the temple there with the left. Push kick caught from Vera. All action so far at the beginning of this first round.
Francisca Vera looking to corner Vero here, move into this clinch position. She wants to try more. Vero continuing to move away, use her footwork, avoid the clinch so she can let her hands go, but Vera's game, Francisca Vera's game will be to slowly break her down at close range, and I think it's a good plan.
Very light on the feet is Vero. This with the spinning back kick though. Oh, big right hand over the top from Vero. As Francisca Vera still pushes forward with the pressure. Oh, swinging, throwing bombs. Catching Vero on the chin. Nice short uppercut there from Vero. Mixing it up nicely is Francisca Vera. She told us that she feels comfortable after having 5 fights here on one Friday fight. She told us that that would be her advantage in this matchup. She didn't care that Vero had so much experience outside of one Friday fight. Vero believes that she has the advantage in this due to her experience in this ring.
A slow trickle of blood from the nose of Francisca Vera. Right now, fighting a great fight, though. Putting the pressure on Vero, looking to line her up on the ropes, where she can engage at close range, using her kicks nicely as well. I'd like to see her finish those low kicks after the punch combinations. As she moves into the clinch, Vero, though, crafty along the ropes. Looking for the counter right, finishing with the left.
Oh, the counter boxing from Vero was just on point there, especially at the end of round 1. Right as the crowd are on their feet cheering on their hero. With the hands again of Vero able to connect, especially off the back foot because of the forward pressure from Francisca Vera.
An enormous amount of support here for Vero. Nice 1-2 there from Vera here on the replay. The right hand from Vero feeding punches through, just on a nice edge. But Francisca Vera had some nice punches of her own, did some good work on the inside. Barely even Vero looking to counter with punching slider on the ropes. Francisca Vera wanting to cut that distance, corner her opponent so she can work inside into the pocket.
These fighters are fighting for an invitation to the big leagues on the world's largest stage of martial arts. Vero making her debut against a tough and seasoned Francisca Vera. Vero picking up the pace here at the beginning of the second round. You see immediately the difference in speed. Vera trying to use her body to counter with the elbows, getting in close, trying to get to the clinch like she told us she would. The footwork of Vero very fluid so far. Just getting her head off the center line, ducking those shots every time for Vero. Oh, big elbows exchanged in the pocket.
Vero using a light, loose Western boxing style of footwork, but mixing a nice left to the body, mixing in kicks and elbows here and there. Francisca Vera would be well served to continue to press, get inside, not try to match her with the punches, but utilize the elbows and the knees after cutting the distance.
Vera throwing back fists now, trying to keep the distance in the boxing range that she wants. But you can't help but think that the forward pressure from Francisca Vera is just accumulating the fatigue on Vero.
Exactly, Achilles ankle get exhausting. Vera here finding good moments, using a long-range knee there. Another knee to follow up. Vera, Francisca Vera, following the game plan nicely, continuing to pursue. The knees are getting through. Vera could be in some trouble here. She scoots out of the corner, but Francisca Vera keeping up the pressure.
Francisca Vera just really showing her heart and grit here to push forward, taking big shots from Vero, but able to close the distance, get in the clinch, trying to wear her opponent down.
We've seen this from Francisca Vera very often. Big right hand lands after the body shot. She continues to pursue. The footwork so important. The pressure, the combinations, the way that she strings them together. Great work here from Francisca Vera. Vero looking a bit fatigued, and in trouble to the left of the right leg. She follows up along the ropes. A big right hand.
Big damage taken from Vero now. Francisca Vera is on a mission. Big elbow over the top as she senses that the finish might be close. And she's pouring on the damage on her opponent Vero. The game plan of Francisca Vera is starting to pay off as the forward pressure is looking like too much to handle from Vero.
Vero in a lot of trouble here, trying to survive with the front kick. The right hand lands again, and another stick right hand. But Vera there following her beautifully into the clinch from her punches into knees.
Oh, but the toughness on Vero still on the feet after taking big shots from Francisca Vera. And she is starting to dominate this round. Even though the face is busted up on Francisca Vera, she really did pour on the pressure on her opponent from Myanmar, getting the better of many exchanges in that second round, Ryan.
Francisca Vera having to dig very deep, but utilizing beautiful combination punching and transitioning into the clinch. In the interviews we did with her, she talked about these knees at range, doing a great job with her lead knee, following up punches into elbows, into this clinch, beautiful position, the lock around the head, into the elbow, switching her stance. Francisca Vera following a great game plan. She is having to dig very deep here, deep into her stamina stores, but it will pay off. But she's got to continue to press this whole third round, not give Vero 1 inch.
Oh, absolute madness in this feature fight. Only the best of the world are invited to one championship. And here you are seeing two of the best in the world go toe-to-toe. Neither backing down as Vero comes out, blitzing the body of Vera. Must be something to do with the game plan in between rounds, because Vero took heavy damage from Vera at the end of round 2.
Vero very smart to start the round with some of that body work, getting Francisca Vera's attention, hurting her to the body early. But Francisca Vera, a consummate professional, continuing to stick to the game plan, throwing
between these two warriors. Francisca Vera starting to have her way into the clinch. As Vero is still accurate with her boxing combinations, persistent to the body. You can't help but think that those might also be accumulating on Vera, as she is now on that back foot from the pressure of Vero from Myanmar.
Vero digging deep here in this third round, attacking the body early and often up. Francisca Vera doing a great job, but a big elbow there from Vera. Blood leaking from the right eye. She continues to press forward. She's got to dig deep here, continue to drive, looking to overwhelm Vero with these knees to the body. Vero struggling in the clinch, looking for the body shot, but eating a left over the top.
Oh, this is just pure heart right now. Muay Thai at the highest level. Again, Vero closing the distance in the clinch, landing the elbow. Just pushing forward with a variety of strikes. Now got Vero on the back foot, just back and forth non-stop, Ryan.
Both fighters demonstrating the heart of a champion. Vero doing everything that she can to stay in this fight, but Francisca Vera continuing to press, pulling on the head, breaking the posture of Vero, making it impossible for her to counter with shots. She too is now leaking blood. Francisca Vera followed in an onslaught of knees. The audience is way behind her now.
Big knee up through the middle from Francisca Vera. As Vero is in zombie mode right now, just pushing forward. Both of these warriors have just shown so much heart and toughness. Oh, and the crowd has been treated to an absolute fan favorite.
Both of these athletes putting it all on the line. Vero starting out with great boxing and footwork, but Francisca Vera weathered the storm, continued to pursue, and in this third round, both fighters giving it everything that they had. Beautiful shots at the beginning from Vero to the body, but Francisca Vera going inside, using the elbows and the knees. Great tactics. We see another elbow over the top, connecting on the neck of Vero. Vero firing back. That was the round in a nutshell. Just elbow for elbow, punch for punch, knee for knee. Francisca Vera digging so deep. Both fighters, incredible performances.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. Judge number 1 calls this contest in favor of Vera. Judge number 2 calls this contest in favor of Vero. And judge number 3 calls this contest in favor of your winner by split decision, Francisca Vera!
Wow, what a win for Francisca Vera. She said everyone is doubting me, but they don't know how strong I am. I believe in myself. Incredible respect shown by both athletes. What a performance, what a win, what a featured fight.
Francisca Vera, congratulations. You treated the fans to an all-out war and you got the result that you wanted. Tell us what's going through your mind right now.
วันนี้นะครับเราอยู่กับผู้ชนะของเราครับ Francisca Vera นะครับดูเหมือนเป็นชัยชนะที่ยากมากๆนะครับผมและทั้งของคนเนี่ยมีการต่อสู้ที่สูสีมากๆทำให้สนามของเราเนี่ยลุกเป็นไฟเลยอยากจะถามครับกับชัยชนะนี้เธอคิดอะไรอยู่ครับ
I really wanted to prove myself that I deserve to be here and I want to prove everyone that I deserve to be here and I deserve the contract because she is the third contract fighter I fight. Then Judge Chatri, boss, please. I want to be a contract fighter. This has been my dream my whole life, then I think I deserve it.
ครับผมตัวของเธอนะครับเธอรู้สึกดีมากๆนะครับและเธอบอกว่าการที่มาที่นี่ครับเธออยากจะพิสูจน์ตัวเองว่าเธอนั้นก็คู่ควรกับการต่อสู้กับคนเก่งๆหลายคนนะครับและโดยเฉพาะในวันนี้เธอสามารถเอาชนะคนที่มีสัญญาได้ตัวของเธอเองนะครับก็ยังอยากได้สัญญาเช่นเดียวกันครับ
Well, I'm not sure about the contract, but I do know one thing for sure. With a performance like that, Mr. Chatri Sitchatong has awarded you a bonus of 350,000 baht.
สัญญาจะเป็นเรื่องแน่นะครับแต่ตอนนี้ได้โบนัสจากคุณชาตรี350,000 บาท
Judge Chatri, really thank you so much. 2 years ago, one championship changed my life with a bonus like this. And now my home is Thailand and I want to be here as much as I can and keep giving show for everyone here and all the time that I can. Thank you so much.
เธออยากจะขอบคุณคุณชาตรีนะครับที่มอบโบนัสก้อนนี้กับเธอเมื่อ2 ปีที่แล้วครับที่เธอได้โบนัสแบบนี้เช่นเดียวกันทำให้เธอสามารถเปลี่ยนชีวิตของเธอได้เธอสามารถที่จะใช้ชีวิตอยู่ในประเทศไทยและเพื่อที่จะทำตามความฝันของเธอต่อไปในการเป็นนักสู้ครับ
Amazing performance. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Francisca Vera. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to congratulate Vero on an absolutely amazing performance. Win or lose, that was an absolute war. And for a performance like that, Mr. Chatri Sitchatong has given you a bonus of 350,000 baht.
วันนี้นะครับเราอยู่กับเวโร่นะครับเธอก็แสดงสปิริตนักสู้มากๆเหมือนกันนะครับผมเพราะฉะนั้นวันนี้เธอก็ได้โบนัสจากคุณชาตรี350,000 บาท
Thank you, Master Chatri. This is my first fight, so I'm so excited, and then I'm really, be honest, I'm so tired. I want to be show performance good more than this, but I can't now, so I'm so sorry for this. So, congratulations, Vera. Congratulations. Thank you, Chatri. Thank you so much.
เธออยากจะบอกขอบคุณคุณชาตรีนะครับที่มอบโบนัสก้อนนี้กับเธอครั้งนี้เป็นครั้งแรกของเธอที่มาต่อยในรายการวันนะครับแต่ตอนนี้ตัวของเธอนั้นรู้สึกเหนื่อยมากๆวันนี้เธอพยายามอยากจะเอาชนะให้ได้เพื่อเอาใจแฟนๆครับแต่ไฟนี้ก็เป็นไฟที่ยากมากสำหรับเธอนะครับเธออยากจะขอบคุณแล้วก็อยากจะแสดงความยินดีกับคู่ชกของเธอครับ Francisca Vera ด้วยครับ
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your two warriors, Francisca Vera and Vero.
Francisca Vera, let's take another look at some of this incredible action in this round. Francisca Vera continuing to press, work her way into the clinch, utilize these to the body, just under the chin, picking up the split.
Chuyển động cùng Võ Việt.